hello, everybody out there in Facebook land, TikTok world, everywhere. There's going to be a clip of this, or even a just a live version happening, which is right here on Facebook and TikTok at this particular moment. It will be on my YouTube channel as well later on after the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. And what we do here is we talk about artwork. We talk about my artwork, my comic books. We talk about horror movies, sci-fi movies, any of the good stuff instead of those dramas and Hallmark Channel shit. All that good stuff. You get to look at my artwork or my logo whenever I'm wearing it. I was actually going to set up the hologram behind me, but let me switch this over real fast before Roy gets on here and says switch angles. There we go. We are now at the proper angle that we are supposed to be. And let me pull up my disclaimer over here on the other side. There we go. All right. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. And this is the last day of September. As the song goes, wake me up when September ends. I guess a lot of people are starting to wake up then, huh? Since September is ending, a lot of people are going to wake up and be ready for it. Because that means October, November, December. You got 3 months left to go in this year. What have you done with this year? Has this year been good to you? Have you enjoyed this year? Has this year sucked? Oh, so many questions. But we're going to do some different things today. Thought about doing something a little bit different today, but we are still going to be talking about horror movies. We did watch 28 Years Later last night. Very, very slow movie. A lot of slinging wieners in that movie. Just flopping around out there. So I guess a lot of people were happy about that. I don't know. Let's see. It was a very slow build movie. It was technically a movie about life and death, as these zombies, or the infected as they call them, are now starting to give birth to children that are that carry the, I guess, the both genes, the human gene and the virus gene in them, and very, very different aspect to it all. Um, it wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't a horror movie either. Um, a thriller at best, if you will, for 28 years later. And it's just a continuation. They made it where it would continue out even more at the end of this movie. So, and I think there is another one coming out in 2026. If I saw it right, whenever I was looking it up, there was another one out there, and I can't remember exactly what it's called right off the top of my head, just right at this moment. But I could look real fast right here. Well, I've got the computer in front of me. So how are y'all doing out there? Hopefully you're doing well. Again, I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions. We talk about a little bit of everything, except for religion and politics, because whenever you start talking about those two things, people start losing their damn minds. And so we avoid all that. So if you want to do that, go find your own channel or go start your own channel and go talk about that on that channel. Because if you say anything about it here, we bypass it completely. All right, let's see here. Just had to figure out which words I wanted to tap in there. All right, let's see here. The Bone Temple. That's what it is in 2026. So not too far long or too far now that there will be another one. I'm trying to see. There is no synopsis on that. Because you had 28 days later, and then you had 28 weeks later, and then now a million years later, you had 28 years later, and then it's planned sequels such as 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, later on in 2026. Let's see, the second film by the new trilogy, it will return or feature the return of Cillian Murphy as and is directed by Nia DaCosta. And then there's a fifth film that's untitled at this particular moment, but it's planned for the new 28 Years Later trilogy. So there you go. You got three movies in the 28 Years Later segment. Um, so if you like that type of stuff and you want a slow build movie, go for 28 Years Later. It is super slow. Um, I don't recommend it, but you know, who's going to lose their subscription benefits soon? The Razorbacks? But good morning, Mr. Roy Joe Bradley Jr. Don't forget to like, share, and follow when you get here. I'm trying to see what all has been said. So that's the first thing you say, Roy, is the subscription will be ending soon. What's up with that shit? What's up with that shit, Roy? What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, Arkansas is losing their subscription to be a football school, that's for sure. Just kidding, buddy. I know you like your hags out there. Your haggis. All right, Gabriel or Grable? Grabiel? I didn't say anything like that. Oh, really? Let me just go back here and look. Roy Joe Bradley Jr. will lose their subscription benefits soon. Oh, it probably has something to do on my side. But it's all in white, like you type right there. You know. And Grable wants you to know to brush your teeth twice a day. It's very important. And hello, Casey. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Welcome to the channel. And I've got your stuff right here, getting ready to get it all packaged up, depending on what you want to do on the other side. But they're right here, all signed up and ready to go. No, it had to be something that TikTok threw in there, Roy. So, but it looked like your stuff because it was all in caps and in the bright white, like it does show over here. But I get to see everything. So, but your subscription, apparently, I don't know if it's your joining the channel subscription or whatever it is. You know, I don't know what it is. And of course, man, you just got to let me know because I can pull up some other samples too of crystals as well for you to look at if you want to see some other ones. Yes, yes, we already talked about that. I only saw color. That's all I saw. I saw nothing else like this. You know, um, but I didn't follow instructions. I did pick up a bunch of new comic books from Aldi's the other day when we went out a little shopping. I picked up some of their packs there and ended up with a good haul because some of them there's a lot of exclusives in there. And well, thank you. This is based off of my artwork. This is Art, the Terrifier guy. I picked up All Hallows Eve as well. I'm still looking for the Ninth Circle out there. So if anybody has that, let me know. I am looking for a copy of the Ninth Circle, which is the first short for the Terrifier franchise. And no, it does not include Thornton, the guy that plays Art the Clown now, as Art the Clown then. It was a completely different guy before Leon took over the franchise, or I don't think Leone had anything to do with the first with the Ninth Circle. Let me see here. We'll look it up real fast. Again, I know a little about a lot. See here. I know the Ninth Circle is the beginning of it all. It is a short. Um, but again, let me see here if it is. There is a number 4 in the works, just FYI, if you didn't know that. The Terrifier 4 in the works. But All Hallows Eve fell in after Terrifier, I believe. Damien Leone created it all with original work in Terrifier in 2016. Let's see. So, how it breaks down is the Ninth Circle was 2008, which was a short. And then Terrifier came out in 2011, which was another short, before the actual Terrifier film of 2016, and then 2022, 2024, and then to be decided on Terrifier 4. So, there you go. Let's see. So maybe All Hallows Eve does have the Ninth Circle in it as well, because it says the anthology film All Hallows Eve incorporated the shorts, plural. So let's see what's being said here. And another dickweed that gets to get blocked. Because we don't play that shit here. And I wish you could just, delete their comments, but that is not a option anymore. But he's getting reported right here. Hold on, give me just 1 second. You get to see my ceiling for a minute while I type this in. Okay. They just got reported, as they should. And if anybody sees stuff like that come across my stuff that I miss, go ahead and report them. Just because, they need to be reported because they're dickheads. And if you are bi or curious or anything like that, that's fine. I have no problems with that. People are who they are, but that's not me. I don't do that type of stuff here. So, but if you enjoy that type of stuff, go for it. I really don't care. So, we are talking about horror films. We are talking about movies and things of that nature. So, dun dun dun. Okay, so director and screenwriter has always been Damien Leone, no matter which version. And this is all the Terrifier films. And then I'm trying to see who created. They only give me there's just the regular films. Okay, here we go. Okay, Mike Gianelli was from Art the Clown from the Ninth Circle, Terrifier, and All Hallows Eve. That's all the shorts. So whenever they created All Hallows Eve, they put the shorts together. So the Ninth Circle and Terrifier are on All Hallows Eve. So I might not need to find a Ninth Circle because I might already have it. And then whenever Terrifier 2016 came out, David Howard Thornton became Art the Clown. So yeah, it's a fake account. It's probably the one dude that I blocked a long time ago, who was coming on here saying, "Oh, you don't have anything to say," blah blah blah, all that shit. And he ended up getting blocked. And then he started creating fake accounts and coming on here on a regular basis with those fake accounts and trying to start shit on my page because he didn't have a platform of his own to go do his own stuff on. So there you go. And that's a lot of people out there. They come onto other people's pages to start shit because they can't go live on their own platform, because they don't have the followers, they don't have um, the reach, so they have to jump on other people's podcast or lives and show out for themselves and try to get the ladies, you know. So September's ending, October's right around the corner, and I'm almost finished inking up this piece. I added a couple of new elements into it. This little horror amalgam piece. Added in a little creature down here in the water. It's in the water. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Right there. And so there. Oh, let me show you guys up here too. I forget I got two cameras going. Sometimes. So there you go on that end. Yeah, people do blame shit like that, and then they get reported, and then they get blocked, and all of that good stuff. So, it is what it is. I mean, that's the human condition of today, is that people, want to disrupt someone's live show, their livelihood by doing stupid shit like that. Well, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And so there you go. Had a little blip up here. Don't know what that was about. Let's see here. I got some actions happening on Facebook. All right, so this was one of the cool ones right here. Squarriors. It's a little bloody comic book about squirrels. If you think Watership Down a little bit, is what the feel I get from it. But it is pretty cool. A feature length little piece in here. Um, Done by Devil's Due Comics. And you can go find more if you want. They've got a website and all that good stuff. This has to do with the demise of humanity. That's just one of the books that I got out of this lot. But Planets Death is another one that I got. I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff in that selection of comic books that I picked up the other day. And, you know, uh, Squeeze Shack. Thoughts on the Packers Cowboys game? I thought it was a rigged game. Just because it ended in a tie and it shouldn't have. There shouldn't have been 1 second left on the clock. We should have won that game by the 3 points. But there was no winner. There was no loser in that game. I hate tie games because that throws off your whole season. We should be sitting at 2-2, just like they should be sitting at 2-2. So, yes, it's absolutely BS on that because you know, uh, whenever it all came down and the ball was in the air, the clock ticked down past 1 second. So, I mean, it was a great game, and on that end, but it's it there shouldn't have been 1 second left on the clock. So there you go. because the only reason it was a great game is because everybody thought Dallas was going to get blown out. They would have no chance, against the Packers because, 9 out of 10 games we've lost to them, and here we are tying with them now, which is not the greatest feeling in the world. And Micah Parsons did not record a single sack in that game. Even that last run where Dak was running into the, towards the end zone and Micah catches up to him, he did not get a sack off of that. So the statisticians uh, did not give him a sack because the ball went past the line of scrimmage. So there you go. Oh yeah, the offense looked great, and Trevor, you can see yourself out because the Cowboys are the only team to follow out there, no matter your opinion. All right, we got a whole bunch of Arabian stuff going on over here. That one is probably going to get blocked as well. Well, I'm glad your Broncos crushed it. It's about time they start crushing something other than those white lines and stuff they find, but whatever. Oh wait, no, it's the Mary Jane that's legal up there, not the other. It's all good, man. We all love the teams we love. I get it, and there's no hard feelings here. We always get the hate, but everybody still talks about the Cowboys every year, no matter what. You know, so they can't get that Dallas out of their mouth. It's all good, man. Yeah, they're throwing them out the window as they go down the road. I mean, come on. I've been to Colorado, and I've been there whenever they've been done their preseason games and stuff like that. And man, the homeless population down there, it's crazy. I mean, the homeless population down there is nuts. I mean, they did create a tent city, you know, and oh well, another fan. Thank you for pulling my name out of the hat. I'm Danny. Yes, yes, from the Partridge Family. I've got my guitar over here too. So I got you, man. But I do have my guitar over here. I'll pull it up and play. Oh wait, gotta pull a prop out of the way. What was that? What was that prop? I'm gonna pull up my guitar right here and play it for you. Oh wait, it's got no strings to hold me down. This is my girlfriend's guitar when I was under Anderson Graphics Kingdom. As you can see, the certificate of authenticity in there. But we are 412 Productions now. But this is my painted guitar for her with the original turtles from the 80s up here. Whenever they didn't have the color to help the kids determine which turtle they liked the best. They were only identifiable by their weapons of choice, you know. And of course, her favorite is, you guessed it, Michelangelo, the nunchuck bearing turtle. But it's got Shredder up here, it's got Splinter on the other side. And all this is from the 1980s, whenever, you know, Eastman and Laird created these turtles, which was not a kid friendly. So this version of the turtles right here is the kid friendly version. This version, the black and red, the straight black and white with the color covers, was not kid friendly at all. You know, and a lot of people figured that out, but they still let their kids start reading it, and people were like, "Wait, I can't have my kids reading this because it's too bloody, it's too violent, it's too gory," and so they toned it down a little bit. Yeah, Jerry Jones has always been the problem. He was the problem when he bought the team in 1989 and fired Landry, the most winningest head coach in franchise history. And then we saw it again whenever he let Jerry Jones or Jimmy Johnson go. You know, the Joneses just need to own the team and hire a real general manager. And us Cowboys fans know that 100%. But us Cowboys fans also know that until he passes on, and then Stephen Jones decides that I'm not going to be the general manager, I just want to own the team and reap the benefits. Um, we're just going to have to suffer season to season. You know, I mean, kudos to Schottenheimer though. He pulled a good group together. I'm still iffy about Eberflus right now, uh, with technically a 2-2 record. You know, going in where we've gotten where our cornerbacks look like they don't know what a football is. You know, uh, oh, Jimmy was great. Jimmy Johnson was awesome. He was the best coach next to Landry that we had. You know, and then we bounced around through 15 other coaches so far. You know, but all right. So, like I said, I was going to do something a little bit different today than I normally do. I am going to do a little bit of a card break here on the show. I've had an open package of Garbage Pail Kids for a long time. Got some loose cards sitting here, a whole pack of them basically. Dun, dun, dun. I know a lot of people don't like Garbage Pail Kids, but I'm also, where did I move it to? Oh, right here. I'm going to open up a 2023 Score Panini NFL trading card box too, right there. Barry Switzer, he was a good coach. He just inherited the team that won him a Super Bowl. You know, he was a great coach at Oklahoma, beat the Arkansas Razorbacks like crazy. That's why they left the conference they were in at the time and moved over to the SEC network. Um, Sunday, Sunday, be there. I go live every other day. So today is the 30th, and my next day to be on. Oh, look, it's going to be even as well because the first is tomorrow, and the second is the next day I will be on, which will be on Thursday, and then I'll be on Saturday. So Thursday and Saturday will be my next two shows. Sunday I won't be on. So, but you can catch my live shows. They are recorded and stay there for a while. But I thought about doing this because I've got these cards just sitting around. I don't do anything with them. I used to sell them on a regular basis, and the market kind of slowed down for them. They want the newer stuff with the sketch cards in them and all the or the art cards. Excuse me, is what we call them now. Because I have done a lot of cards for different companies, drawing them. This whole thing is licensed blank sketch cards from the different franchises that I've worked with over the years. I don't have the Walking Dead in here, but I've worked with them. But you get Transformers right there, which is the blank front. Transformers. You get my personal favorite, which was Puppet Master, right there. Full Moon features Puppet Master's 35th anniversary. That was a fun card set to work on. And then you've got Fallout. Yes, the critically acclaimed video game series Fallout with Vault-Tec and all that stuff with Fallout on the front. You've got, which way is that going right there? You got Chasing Amy. Yes, that Chasing Amy. Kevin Smith film Chasing Amy right there. Which you could not use Ben Affleck or whatever Amy's name was. Um, we couldn't use their likenesses whenever we drew the cards, so we had to do them in silhouette form. And then some Joseph Michael Linsner's Dawn. This is one that I was working on. This is a puzzle, what's called a puzzle card, because it takes more than one card to make it work. Right there. My cards are falling. But then you get to the other side, and boom, you've got the Dawn 30th anniversary of Joseph Michael Linsner's Dawn. He's a cool dude to talk to in person and online. He takes the time to actually talk to his fan base. And I'm sorry, these fell out of my hands, so I got to pick them up off of the floor. Let's see here. So we've got two different Red Sonjas, and then we got some Dynamite. We got Red Sonja, the She Devil, and then we've got the where is it? Dun, dun, dun. I also have the 50th anniversary of her in here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. All right, so we got two different Red Sonjas, as you see. This one right here, and this one right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then on the back, you got this is the She Devil, and this is the 50th anniversary. So she's been around for 50 years and is still looking great. And then you've got Dynamite, which was based off of their zombie series. They followed in the footsteps of Marvel. They actually copied Marvel, but they used all their characters that they own now from Dynamite Entertainment. And then, of course, if anybody remembers Chaos Comics from back in the day, before Brian Pulido had to shop it around to many different places to try to save the franchise. And now he's under Coffin Comics making $1 million a week, you know, doing Kickstarters. And then you've got your Avengers Metal cards right here. Bum, bum, bum. And you see this little AP in the corner right here. That means artist proof. And these are the ones that we get to draw on and work on a regular basis. I have other ones in here as well that are under different franchises, such as Magic the Gathering, because I paint on these cards because marker and colored pencil do not work on these cards, but these are official Magic the Gathering cards as well. But that's what we do here. We draws on these. I've got cards over here for days. Trying to see what all I got over here. Some of these are not, you know, those cards. Some of these are other cards that just stay back there for forever. But let's, dun, dun, dun. Excuse me, I've worked on many different sets of The Walking Dead throughout my career. And these are just a few, you know, right here, of The Walking Dead cards that I've worked on. Road to Alexandria, so on and so forth. Now, some of these cards I didn't like, and you can still find them out there on eBay, and they look like shit. I don't mind saying my artwork looked like shit because this was my first set in 2017. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what, you know, stuff to use on the cards, and no one was telling me. You know, there's other people out there that I learned what this was about because I had no clue what it was about. And then my next set wasn't too bad. Well, this is actually probably my third set because my second set sold out. But this is my third set right here. Probably the best card out of them all is my Shiva card right here with King Ezekiel. And then the death of Herschel right there with the sword up against his neck. And then, of course, Michonne right there. It was her sword that was used to lop his head off. And then my favorite set is this one right here because I depicted, you know, people who died in the show right here, which was Fat Joey. Mr. Hooves here, he's a cool dude. He promoted this on his Facebook page, and unfortunately, it still didn't sell because he loved it. He talked about it. He and I chatted for a while, you know, on this, and so we talked quite a bit about these cards and the artwork thereof. And he did promote it on his site, on his page. And then of course, right here, this one was a fun one. It looks just like him. Then of course you got Tyrone here. I forgot what his name is. The other guy. I think it was William or something like that. I could be wrong on that. But if they have a red around them, that means they passed away in the show. This is Negan. As you know, Negan and Maggie have their own show now, Dead City. The two antagonist heroes that Negan becomes the hero in the end if you haven't watched all the Walking Dead series and all that good stuff. Dang it. And then I've worked on Stranger Things as well. So here's some Stranger Things for you. Right here, right here. And these are up for grabs if anybody's interested. Got the Demogorgon here. Got Hopper. You got Will. I think that's his name, William, as well as William. I guess I can't remember what the kid's name is. And then of course 2 different 11 cards over here where she's dressed up, trying to look like a girly girl, to fit in. Right there, putting the wig on and all that good stuff. But all these are up for grabs if you're interested in any of these. Just let me know. I had to keep these cards because I did up a bunch of Lady Death cards for the Chaos universe, and they're like, oh, we can't use her because we do not have the rights to her because Brian Paluto kept the rights and she is over at Coffin Comics. So I got to keep all these cards and redo, turn the Lady Deaths that I did into Lady Demon, which is a red character with horns that looks just like Lady Death. I do have a card running around here somewhere that I am keeping for myself. I did a Lady Death in the vein of the Death Dealer, if you know that artwork from the past with Frank Franzetta's Death Dealer, the prisoner in the horned helmet. I did her on the horse in that same pose that the Death Dealer is in, but it looks really cool, and I wish I had it right here, right now, but I don't see it right off the top of my head. But that's just some of the ones that I've done over the years, and again, they're up for sale, or you can get one of these that is still blank and get it and let me draw up your favorite character on them. So I've got some sci-fi, I've got some dinosaur, and I've got some horror cards in here as well. As a matter of fact, we can just. I worked with an organization called Artists Unite, and this was their sci-fi card, so I can draw science fiction on here as well. And then I've got some dinosaur cards, and I've got some horror cards in here somewhere. All different stuff in here. So there you go. If you're interested in any of that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up some cards. What do you think? There's something a little different. Something a little different. Because we're always talking about, the different aspects of, horror movies and sci-fi movies and football and things of that. And I know this isn't up everybody's alley, looking at cards and things like that. See if there's anything cool in here. Because they do have some different parallel cards and things like that. Like this is part of a puzzle card right here. The Stuck Scotty right there. But these, and there's the jammed Jason. So you've got the same card with 2 different names. Because this one creates a puzzle. Oh, all these create a puzzle. There's some that do not. Gross adaptations. So there you go. This is a variant card right here. Big Brody. All right. So you can tell the variant cards and things like that. And then this is obviously the card that gives you all the different stuff out there. Right there that shows you all the different ones that are available. This is 1 through 100. And of course, this set came out in 2022. So there you go. That's just one package that's been opened. Where can I put this to keep them safe? Right here on this flat surface over here. We'll go with package number 2. Yes, these were bought from a box set from Wally World. Because I enjoyed my Garbage Pail Kids from back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed those cards, and I'm just looking to see what all you got in here. See what the gross ass adaptation cards right here, and then we've got. So that last one over here was 1A through 100A, and this is 1B through 100B. So there are at least 100 cards, of this adaptation, but there's an A and a B card. So to each one. So even though you end up with the same cards in there, you do end up getting different variations thereof. And I don't remember if this set had any specialty cards in it, like any uh, holographic cards or anything like that going on in there or not. Another checklist card for A in there. But you just get fun little cards, like the moon throwing up on the kids. You know, that's what the Garbage Pail Kids was about. These are the Garbage Pail Kids Bookworms edition, is what we're opening up, Roy. If you would have been here just a minute ago instead of logging off and going somewhere else, you know, you'd be all right. But they do a lot of interpretive of vomiting and disgusting, little cards. That was the joy of the Garbage Pail Kids. They even made a movie. I don't have any Duke Snyders. But a Willie Mays card would be great for people out there that like baseball that much, you know. And or was he a hockey player? I'm just kidding. And we have another user that can't pick their name, so we got to watch that account. All right, let's see here. So no gross adaptations in this one. And again, I don't know if this one had the art cards in it or not, but you get all kinds of cards in here, all kinds of different things. And then Comic Carl. I love comics, and he's got a comic book for a face. Might have to keep that one. I am not a professional card breaker, as you can tell. Again, I'm just looking to see if there's any. Of course, they've got a Spiegel style. Um, Lauren of the Rings. Got a bunch of fingers with rings on it around them. Right there. Oh, the joys of the Garbage Pail Kids. Another gross adaptation. And this shows you what the puzzle looks like. I think. So there's several different puzzles in here because this one shows you that there are at least three different puzzles because this is the back side of the cards right here. Right there. And we're going to continue on. We got a few more. And then we'll get into the sports card box on a break for it. I mean, it would be cool if they did have some holographic cards and things of that nature. Up in here, up in here. I mean, but there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, again, gross adaptation right there. Another checklist card for B. So technically, there's 200 different cards that you can get A and B. You get some weird looking stuff like Winnie the Pooh here, taken off. But all these cards are just strange and weird. The good stuff in life. But again, September is ending. October is right around the corner. The weather is getting cooler. It's about time to kick up that Fireplace. Gross adaptation. Oh, wait. We've got a checklist card that's different than all the other ones. A fabulous Fabio. There you go. But this is obviously a puzzle card on the back that hooks into some other cards. Even though it starts with number 1 and goes through 44, it gives you book titles and then it tells you who wrote the books. So that's kind of cool. For those of you that don't know who wrote what books out there. But don't forget to like, share, and follow. This is something different that we're doing today. We're doing a little bit of a card break with some different cards. And these are the Garbage Pail Kids Bookworm Edition. These are loose that I've already had out of their packaging. And as you can see, a gross adaptation, right? Where did it go? Right there. Which is Juiced James. He looks a little sloshed underneath the peach. Right there, actually, looks a little squished underneath the peach. But, Juiced James for your viewing pleasure. And what I'm talking about with these green borders right here are completely different than the other ones. So there's several green borders in here. So that is one of your, variant parallel cards and things like that. So we haven't found anything cool yet. But maybe we will. I mean, they're all cool, like I said. Another green one right there. But again, nothing like, gross adaptation right there. And the thing is, I know some of the people that created these art cards on here. Because I'm friends with them on Facebook and we chit chat. We have a group of art card artists out there. They have several different ones. They've got a Star Wars group. They've got a Topps group. They've got a Upper Deck group. All that good stuff. So see, Watching Hugh here is a different card than we had, and then the gross adaptation right here of Academic Allen, which is basically looking like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, right there. But Becky Jane Sharp is a really good artist for these cards, and I know she's worked on a lot of these cards. Did you ever have any Pokemon cards? I can't remember what you told me before, if you did or didn't. I didn't personally, but my kids did, and I should have kept their set as a kid because they did have the Charizard that's worth a lot of money, in it. And but hindsight's 2020. We didn't know the Charizard card was going to be worth $1 million. Those type things. And I sold the set off a long time ago because they didn't want them anymore, and and they had them in a binder, all protected and all that good stuff. But it's hindsight's 2020 on everything, like we talked about with my original Star Wars action figures, my original GI Joes, my original Masters of the Universe stuff, and had I kept all that stuff today, I'd be well set in today's universe. Got two more packs, and then we're going to go to the football box and see what we pull in there. We'll pull at least one Dallas Cowboy out of the box, which is sad. So, yeah, who knew? I mean, a lot of people did. Barbarian Brandon. That was kind of fun. Based off of Conan. But again, nothing cool, nothing spectacular that I've found so far in any of these. There's some fun stuff in here. A lot of cool ideas with what people have created, you know, throughout the years. But this is the last pack for this. And no holographs, no original art cards, no anything cool like that. Dun, dun, dun. This is the gross adaptation, basically based off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And bum. Alright. Hooligan Herald. Now we'll get into the box that everybody's been waiting for. Right here. It was already wanting to be opened anyway. Alright, this is the 2023 dun, 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 Score Panini card box. Alright. Let's take a drink, shall we? Oh, refreshing. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. So you see I'm not doing anything kinky or weird for you. Straight out the box. There are 22 cards per pack and 6 packs per box. So that's a lot of cards, man. Alright. So let's just take the very first one, shall we? Yeah. You never know what things are going to be worth. But it's just like this whole Labubu craze. I don't get it, but a lot of people love it, and more power to them. But you've already got some that are worth, like $1,500. It's just like, okay then. All right, so let's see. Looks like we already got a little special card right there. Looks like we got a rookie card, another specialty card. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to show these off yet because I want to put them in the right order. Because they always flip the cards in here for some stupid reason. And I can never figure out why they want to flip the cards around. Oh, look, if what's his name is here. I'm sorry if you're here. You got a Broncos character here. All right, so you got Trevor Lawrence right off the bat. You got Patrick Surtain II from Broncos. You got Robert Woods right there, Tennessee Titans. Malcolm Rodriguez, Detroit Lions. Mike Williams, Los Angeles. Isaiah Pacheco, T. Higgins, Zach Ertz, who's now with the Cardinals. Trent Williams, Tyreek Hill, Matt Milland, Dontavian Wicks, Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's see, B.J. Ojulari, Chris Rodriguez, the rookie card. Is that a rookie card too? Yeah. So we got 3 rookie cards right here, 4 rookie cards with Quentin Johnson. And then we get the little specialty card and numbered card at that. So this is one of them cards that's worth a little bit of money, probably like $5 if I had to guess. But as you can see, it's all nice and shiny, sparkly in there. And it is number 5. It's a high number. 546 out of 565. So there you go on that one. So a specialty card right off the bat. We'll stick that right over there. I don't have all the nice little card sleeves and all that stuff to slip it in right now. And then the other card is a wide receiver spotlight, 2023 rookie. Right here, specialty card of Quentin Johnson out of TCU, right there. And then, of course, you got the You Could Win card right there. We don't care about that. Sack Attack, Tank Brigsby, Potential. So these are specialty cards as well. All 3 of these are specialty cards to go along with this one that is worth more money than the rest of them. Like I said, probably about $5 for that card if I had to guess. Might be a little more than that. Not 100% sure. On to the next. Let's see what else we get. Because you could get autograph cards. You can get, high-ranking specialty cards like that one that we just saw. All that good stuff. And again, I'm going to flip these around to where, oh, looky there. We ended up with a good card. About time. It usually takes me two boxes to find a Dallas Cowboy card. I'm just making. Oh, we got another one. Getting some goodies off of this one. Of course, this goodie, I wish they would trade off and be done with him too. All right. So, no longer with the pack, Aaron Rodgers. You got Terrence Marshall Jr. You got John Mechie the third. You got Tristan Wirfs, Buda Baker, sorry, Harrison Buckner, Devo Samuel, who's no longer with them either, J.K. Dobbins, Wyatt Teller, and then this is where the good stuff starts. You got Trayvon Diggs right there, Dallas Cowboys. That one goes over here. Then you got Khalil Mack. He's a good player. Minkah Fitzpatrick. And then we start breaking into our rookies. Roschon Johnson from the Chicago Bears. Raheem Jarrett of the Buccaneers. Devin Akane, which is a good rookie card to have right there. And Will Anderson Jr. and Cameron Peoples. Right there. Oh, we got another one. Antonio Johnson. Now, first ballot. Well, we'll show you Clayton Tune rookie card right there, the quarterback. Right there. And the one that I pulled just a second ago, which is the number 4 card, is Mr. Deion Sanders. First ballot right there for the Hall of Fame. Bum, bum, bum. In the Dallas Cowboy uniform, of course. So, boom, right there. And then we picked up a couple of other cards in there as well. You've got Celebration, Mr. Micah Parsons, who's no longer with the Dallas Cowboys. We traded him off, yes. So there's 3 Dallas Cowboy cards out of that pack. And then, of course, the huddle up with the nasty Chiefs, who finally got their first win of the season. And, everybody thought it was going to be their year, but they're at the bottom of the basement, when it comes to their own conference right there. All right. So, Evan Ingram, Champ Bailey, good player. Chris Johnson. Who is this one? Michael Thomas, another good player. Daniel Carlson, a kicker. Don't know much about him. Devin Hester, another great player. Joe Montana. So they throw in some past players in there too. Aaron Donald, another good player. Dallas Goedert, still playing. Mac Jones. There's your boy, Roy Mac Jones in your uniform right there too. Some good old Mac Jones out of Arkansas. There's your card, buddy, right there. You got James Cook, Thibodeau. All right, then we get into the rookie cards. Jordan Addison, Anthony Richardson. I don't even think he's still playing. Michael Wilson, Zach Charbonnet, Drew Sanders, Jaleel Billingsley. A lot of these guys I don't even think are playing anymore. CJ Stroud, he's still playing, right? This is his potential rookie card out of Ohio State. Bum, bum, bum. Sack Attack. Another potential with Josh Downs. Another good rookie card to have right there. Josh Downs. And then another potential card in here with Jordan? No, Jordan Addison. Don't even know who he is. His name does not ring a bell with me. But there you go. On to the next. Yeah, too bad it's not Joe Montana's rookie card. I do have one of those, though. All right, let's see here. DJ Moore, Derek Singletary, Kyle Trask, Zay Jones, Tommy Townsend, Patrick Peterson, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, who retired, Kareem Hunt. Is he still playing? And of course, who do we pull? Micah Parsons. Dun, dun, dun. Goes over there. Darrell Revis, Kenneth Gainwell, and then one of the highest touted rookies coming in, Will Levis, who didn't pan out very well, I don't think. But again, another rookie card to have at the time. Parker Washington, don't know anything about him. Zach Evans, I've heard his name a couple times. Sam Laporta, that's a rookie card to have right there. Sam Laporta. Parrish Johnson Jr., a tackle or something, who's with the Zay Jones gold card right here. Goes over here. First ballots. Marshall Faulk for the Hall of Fame. Bum, bum, bum. Put him over here. Celebration with Ahmad Sog Gardner. And then, of course, Huddle Up card, and then another potential Keyshawn Boots, which, again, I haven't heard of this guy. There's a lot of guys in here that I haven't heard of before, and it's just like, huh, interesting. Okay. But, of course, because if they're great players, you hear about them on, the film the next day after the game. John Elway, Drew Brees, a lot of retired players. David Montgomery, Peyton Manning, Waquan Brisker, Kyle, I'm not even going to butcher his last name, Juzik, Allen Robinson II, Keenan Allen. Let's see. Pat Freermuth, Zach Thomas, another great retired player. Gabriel Davis, Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence was just that guy that he should have been somewhere else other than New York Giants. 100%. Jonathan Mingo. Oh, look. There's your guy, Roy. Jonathan Mingo. Look at there. There's you another card. That's Roy's favorite cowboy right there. Jonathan Mingo, who we traded for. Bijan Robinson. All right. Oh, this is Bijan Robinson's rookie card right there. So that goes over here. Then we got Tyree Wilson. Haven't heard of him. Travis Dye. Haven't heard of him. Jordan Battle. I've heard that name. Dalvin Cook. Minnesota Vikings with the gold card right there. Dalvin Cook is always one of those that people like. Celebration with Jalen Waddell. Bijan Robinson rookie card again. 2023 rookie right there. Let me pull the little slider to the side. There's rookie card. Another rookie card for Bijan. Jamal Williams with the celebration. And there we go. A huddle up card with the Dallas Cowboys. Go Cowboys! How about them Cowboys? That goes right over there. That card goes over there. And we're down to our last pack in this box. There you go. All right. We haven't found anything really cool except for that one card up there. Javonte Williams again. Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks. Who is he playing for now? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Burks because Oklahoma has a Burks in it. There's a Barry Sanders card. Donta Foreman, another good card. Travis Kelsey and Jamar Chase. Rondell Moore. Marquise Brown from Oklahoma. He just gets pulled out because he was from Oklahoma. Zach Wilson, who did not pan out, period. Tua, who's looking like crap these days. Jonathan Allen, another good player. Nick Chubb, another good player. Then we break into some rookie cards. Ronnie Bell, haven't heard his name called in a while, so he must not have panned out. C.J. Stroud, rookie card right there. A.T. Perry, haven't heard his name called. Cam Smith, his name gets called a lot. Tucker Kraft, haven't heard his name in a while. Or is Tucker Kraft the guy that was running all over us? Tucker Kraft was the dude that ran all over us. Again, at Green Bay. Brian Robinson, a gold card. Right there. Gold cards go over here. Potential Tanner McKee. Don't hear his name anymore. So he must not have been potential enough. Sack Attack with Myles Garrett. Right there. And then, of course, here we go. We get the first ballot with Warren Sapp, another great football player. And then, of course, celebration with the eating. Who does the eating? Who does, come on, Roy, who does the eating? Ezekiel Elliott. Right there. All right. So that's all we're going to do today. There was some fun stuff. I got Roy 2 cards, Jonathan Mingo, and Mac Jones right there, his 2 favorite players. One for the Dallas Cowboys right here with Mingo, and then, of course, his boy from Arkansas, Mac Jones, right there. Marquise Brown is just over here because he was an Oklahoma player. Great Oklahoma wide receiver. And Roy, I'll probably get you some other Dallas Cowboy cards because I've got a whole box full of stuff like that. All right, so that was fun. That was cool. I wish we would have gotten something a little bit more, out there for it. A better holographic card or, whatever. I am going to look this card up. T. Higgins, number 198. Card number. Well, let's just look it up. Without further ado, let's just look it up. Let's just look up the card, shall we? All right. Dun, dun, dun. 2023 score. T. Higgins. Numbered card. Number 198. Let's see here. Lost on a feeling. Let's go see what eBay has it for. Get rid of that. This up and loading. Heck no, you can burn me. No, you love Mingo. You know you love some Mingo. He's getting ready to come off injured reserve, so you'll get to watch him play. I just read that he is getting ready to come off injured reserve. And let's see here. No, that's just a base card, so that card doesn't help me out at all. see here. I'm just looking to see if I can find a value for it, real fast. But I'm probably gonna have to do some research on it. Because one shows a $40 value on it, but I'm not sure if that is correctly or not. Do this. See if I can find this card with the number on it. I've got that one, which is completely different. It's a Eclipse card. I'm seeing the base cards left and right. You know you love Mingo. Dude, just quit lying. Quit lying to everybody. Come on, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on that card because I can't find it just on a general search. Let me see what they got here real fast. This gives some different card looks to it. You are correct. It was wasted on him. Um, but yeah, it is end of the season when it comes to this. Yeah. All right. So I'm just looking. I'm still not seeing. Is it the lava card? Wish they showed me something a little different up here because that's not it either. It's the orange card. No, it is the lava card. Okay, so there we go. It's a $5 card basically, like I was saying, because it does have that lava flow on it, as you can see right there. Show you guys if I can. And it is a high number card. You know, like I said, it's four, or correction, 546 out of 565. So there you go. It is only a $5 card. So there we go. We found it pretty easy. A little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. So, but Roy gets a Mingo card and a Mac Jones card. There you go. And let's talk about some shirts, shall we? I just sent off order or some shirts that were ordered to Mr. Kirk Holtz and Melissa Holtz out there, and it was not of this shirt. I'll get to the shirt that I sent. This is the number one selling shirt so far. My second Joker painting that I still have. If you want it, if you're interested, hit me up. This was the first Joker painting that I did, and it sold to Mr. Kirk Holt right off the bat. But now you can get a shirt or a 11 by 17 print or a 16 by 20 canvas of this same thing. Right here is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. This artwork is sold as well. Here is Mr. Chester Bennington of Lincoln Park. I'm doing a Ozzy Osbourne piece soon in the same vein as this. It's a very cool shirt, or a very cool painting as well. I have that painting if you're interested as well. Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch right here. This is the shirt that just went to Mr. Kirk Holt. He ordered several of these for some people for Halloween time. So it's very cool of him to order these. Mr. Howard the Duck, the original OG Duck, not the CGI shit you see in the MCU now, where they've got him all weirded out. And not the 1986 film version either. This is the very angry, I mean, he was very angry in that movie too. And it was a fun movie. I liked it. But this is based off of Jack Kirby by Stan Lee. Here you have Dexter Morgan. Get him while he's hot. Season 2 of Resurrection will be coming up probably in a couple years. They just wrapped season 1. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. Terrifier, Art the Clown, right here. Dun, dun, dun. I have it in red and black here at the house. The girlfriend has a red version, and it looks awesome on the red, too. You got the Crow. I've got this one in yellow and black. It looks really good on the yellow shirt, too. Then you've got another fan favorite, Wonder Woman, right here. Lynda Carter. And then one that I almost wore this morning, right here. My Bad Habits, my Naughty Nun series. This Bad Habits series, right there. Because she is a nun. Reminds me not of Warrior Nun Ariella, but one of my favorites from Antarctic Press. And I've got some Antarctic Press to catch up on and do my reviews on. So there you go. Okay, so we did some fun stuff today. We did some box breaks of some cards. We did, we talked some movies. We talked some sports. We had to block somebody, so which is all good and dandy and fine and all that stuff. But if you want to be a jerk and an asshole, go find your own channel. Go find your own broadcast booth and go do your own thing. Don't come onto other people's platforms and try that shit here because you will be blocked. And again, I wish I could remove comments because the comment would be removed. But, it is just one of those type of people that want to start stuff where there ain't stuff to be started. All that good stuff. But it's been a good morning so far. I got artworks to do and stuff to get packaged up, as well for Mr. Casey out there. Which is all the fun stuff in life, because he's got 2 comic books waiting for him, both now autographed. The Psycho Sound #3 cover, autographed right there, based off of my homage to the X-Files with, his characters from William Russell Psycho Sound, right there. And then, of course, right here, the Job 3 cover, the variant cover that I was so graciously allowed to do by Mr. Patrick Hickey Jr. and his company Legacy Comics, right there. The actual painting is still available if you're interested in that. I've got a lot of paintings that are still available if you're interested. Oh, and the girl on the last show, or the person, the Rux Love, or whatever it was, that was super interested in getting some artwork. Let's give you a little feedback on that one. I went to message them. But as soon as the show was done, or they were done with the show, they blocked us to where I could not message them. And so it's quite funny, quite humorous. And then another person that was wanting some stuff as well from a couple of shows back, the Dexter t-shirt, actually. They've read my stuff that I've sent to them, but again, no response. So you get that. But to immediately block a show after you were talking about getting some artwork and things of that nature, that's the humorous part to it all. I'm checking my levels on the mic, and so that's quite humorous in my opinion, if you will, that you're going to be that petty and block a show because they're going to contact you because you wanted them to contact you during the show and talk about artwork. Because she was the one that wanted the Stitch and, Stitch artwork and things like that. But, it is what it is. And people are that way. And I get it. It's just childish, if you will, whenever people do that type of stuff. So, if you don't have to block somebody. All you got to do is let them, you know, put their spiel in your inbox, and then read it, and then go on, just like that other person did. They didn't block us. They didn't, anything like that. They read the prices for the shirts, which aren't expensive at all. It's cheaper than going to Spencer's or Hot Topics and getting a shirt. Um, you know, because t-shirts anymore should not be, you know, 25, 30 bucks for a shirt, you know. Yes, my 2X to 5X shirts do cost 30 bucks, you know. But I'm just talking about your regular small shirt at 30 bucks. It's like, what? You've got to be out of your mind, you know. So, but it is what it is on that note. So, but anyway, that is it for today, folks. You all have a great day, and as I like to say, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.